Good morning, tubes of you. I say that lightheartedly today because today the subject is going to be a little different than most of my things that I share on here. Most things are uplifting and positive, so if this is the first video you're seeing, please don't think that my whole channel is like this. I kind of debated this morning on even saying this because I've been watching people's rapture dreams because I'm just so interested in it. And I've been kind of speaking to the Lord, and the Lord speaks to me in dreams a lot. And I just told the Lord, I miss hearing your voice. And I believe he spoke to me last night. Now, I haven't said this a while in my videos, but test every spirit, including mine, and take this back to the Lord for confirmation, because I believe this is a very heavy topic. But anyways, to keep it a little lighthearted for right now, let me tell you what I'm doing. So I'm actually driving to Hobby Lobby to hopefully go get a few bird houses, because I am a sucker and I have birds who keep making nests on my porch. And some people might be like, I just put essential oil there and forget about it. But I've done that this morning. I did stuff to, keep them out of my porch. But then I started feeling bad because it's like they keep trying to make a home there, and it's been raining a lot. And like I said, I'm just a sucker. So I'm going to look at the price of birdhouse, maybe get one. If it's not too expensive, go get two. That way they can stop building nests on my porch, because I've been just constantly knocking down bird nests. But I do feel a little guilty about it because I have too much empathy for animals. But anyways, last night I had 3 dreams, and one was actually about animals, and this one I believe was just between me and God, and he was warning me about something in my own personal life, and so I won't really get into that. But it was the first dream that I had, and it was very strange, and I had to go look up the meaning of it. And I say that because I have to say, just like I said in my last video, not everything is for everyone. Some things are just a meaning to you, and you might know what that is, and it might be something that doesn't need to be shared with everyone. But these other 2 dreams, one of them I was very hesitant to share this morning because I woke up and I just wrote it down real fast. Or actually, I typed it out on my notes on my phone. And I was hesitant to share this because I had been listening to Rapture Dreams, and yesterday this woman was talking about having a similar dream. And I heard this part, and when I heard it, I had headphones on in the car because the kids were just like, I don't know what was going on, but they were just acting crazy yesterday, and I had a headache, and I just didn't feel like hearing screaming. They were fighting each other or arguing with each other, and my son's like, she's touching me, and I'm saying she's just a baby, she don't know what she's doing. Anyways, I had my headphones on because I was just trying to tune it out right. And this woman started talking about a very heavy topic, and I just took my headphones and I threw them off real quick because I don't like listening to this type of stuff. It scares me, and it's just like one of the worst nightmares that I could possibly have. And it's just like this woman said in her dream also. She says she doesn't watch scary movies, and if you've been following along, you'll know I don't watch scary movies. I can't even really find a thriller that I like to watch anymore because it keeps me up at night. So I don't try to ponder on things like this. And if you have kids, maybe come back and watch this another time when you're not around them, because it is such a heavy topic. So I'll go ahead and get into it and stop rambling on, because I know some of you are like, come on, get to the point. So I was like almost in this grocery store. I couldn't really tell where I was, but it was a building. And I was me at first, and I didn't see myself, but I could see like I'm seeing right in front of me right now. It was like I had this insight. There were these people, and this makes me sick to even say, but these people, they didn't look ominous in any way. They actually looked like normal everyday citizens, and dare I say they were conventionally attractive. But it was a group of people, and these people were trying to lure people to do very evil things. And this is where it gets very grotesque, but they were cannibals. Okay, I'll come out and say it because I don't want you to be wondering what it is. But I won't harp on that too much because, like I said, I don't even like talking about this kind of stuff. But as I was there, it was like I morphed into this other person, and she was a very like pretty girl, probably the same age as me, and she had blonde hair. It was like a dirty blonde hair, and she's just very pretty woman, and these people were luring her to this place. And as she got there, I was her, so I was in her body, and I knew what these people were trying to do, so I figured it out, and I began to try to run from them. And I'm running through this place, and you know, in a grocery store when it's like there's this speaker that comes on and they're like, okay, it's almost 2 a.m, get out. It was like that, but I couldn't remember exactly what the speaker said, but it was like over my head. I could hear it just as clear as you would hear somebody on an intercom. And I believe what it said, and I can't say this with full certainty, but I kind of get this sense that what it was saying is you can't get out of this unless you follow God's voice. So I'm sitting there, and I'm not sitting there, I'm running, and I'm listening to this voice, and I go up these stairs. Like, I remember these stairs were kind of like they went this way, and then they went that way, and then they went that way. It's not like a complete spiral. I don't want to say spiral because it didn't go in a loop, but it just went back and forth. And I'm running up these stairs, and I run out into the parking lot, and I'm running towards my car, and it seems like there's people out by my car who are trying to get me to go to them, like they're the safe place, right? And it was like I heard this voice saying, don't go there, don't go to your car, go somewhere else. And I ended up running up a hill, and as I ran up this hill, my dream ended. And then I had another dream, and this dream was a very short dream. And I had a dream that I had 2 plants in my house, and I do have 2 plants. They're actually on my porch right now. I got 1 plant for Mother's Day from my church, and then I got another plant from, it was from a neighbor that they were just giving away plants that they didn't want anymore. So I took this plant. This thing was almost dead, and I revived it back to life, and it's doing good. It's a very low maintenance plant because I'm not good at keeping plants alive. You can ask my husband. I'm terrible at keeping plants alive. He actually jokes, and I've said this before. He's seen a plant pot, just to lighten the mood a little bit. He's seen a plant pot that said, my next victim, and he said, you need this. So I'm not good at taking care of plants. But anyways, these 2 plants have managed to survive so far. But in my dream, I was thinking, okay, it's getting warmer. I can take these plants outside now. And my son was playing outside. Excuse me. If you've been following me, you know that just the weather here right now is like making my allergies so bad. But I'm trying to get these words out. But I took these plants outside. My son was playing outside, and I look up in the sun, and it's like an eclipse is happening. And the eclipse goes one way, and then it goes another, like it's forming an X. And I told my son, get inside, you got to get inside, because we don't want to go blind from looking at the eclipse. Which, you know, if you know what an eclipse is, you know if you stare at an eclipse, you could lose your eyesight. And eclipse can mean God's judgment is coming. So what I took these 2 dreams to mean, and I urge you to pray about this. Please pray about it. Don't just take my word for it, but ask the Lord for confirmation in your own life. But I think that the reason why I had these dreams and why so many other people are having these dreams nonstop, because you can look at these rapture videos, and there's actually a channel called Uplifted, and they post something every day, because every day someone else has a rapture dream. And it's like they're getting to where they're posting 2 or 3 videos a day, because it's just that many. And they're not posting these of their own rapture dreams, it's other people that they're sharing. And they actually shared one of mine a while back, and I went and listened to it last night just because I wanted to remember what that dream was about, because there was so much stuff going on in it. I can't remember, but I was listening to it and I got chills as I was listening to it, not because of like how great I am or how eloquent I can speak, because honestly a lot of times I messed up in that video. I messed up my words and tripped over myself, but God really showed up through it. And I could feel the Holy Spirit off of that video, and I'm just so excited when he shows up, because I can't control when he shows up, but I welcome the Holy Spirit to show up in my videos. But you can see it. There's so many people who are saying that the Lord is coming back, and it's going to come back sooner. He's going to come back sooner than we think he is, because a lot of us, maybe we think it's like 5 years down the road, maybe 10 years down the road. A lot of people are surprised that we're living another day, that he hasn't come back today, because that's the only thing left on the biblical calendar that has to happen. So it's like we're sitting in a pot waiting for it to boil like frogs. And because of that, some people are being lulled to sleep, and it's just like you got so much things in your ear, you're just like, again, another rapture dream. Again, don't be lulled to sleep, because yes, there are so many things happening that it's easy to just kind of forget where we're at. You know, sometimes it's like we will, if all the stuff that was happening this year was to happen back in the 90s, people would flip out. But we've gotten so used to these things, right? It's just another day. After COVID, we got used to, we got used to being sick all the time. We got used to all these things happening around us, and we got used to going into lockdown and just all these horrific things happening. It's like people got lulled to sleep. But I have to warn you, don't get lulled to sleep that you end up being here for God's judgment, because it's bound to happen. And I can't say when that is, but I do remember in this eclipse stream, I do remember an eclipse happening. I believe it was this year, maybe last year, but it did form an X, and many people were talking about this X going over many cities that were called like Rapture something. And I don't know, maybe you can vet that, maybe you can look that up for yourself. I don't really know, and I'm not saying that is what it is, but I do remember people panicking because of it saying stuff about the rapture with this, and people were speaking about it. And then of course there was other people who were saying stop using this because it's making us look foolish. But I do believe that there's a lot of panic for Christians right now, and it's not because we're not ready to go. It's because we know, and it breaks our heart, that many won't listen and many will get left behind. And there are so many people talking about the horrific things that are going to happen when the Holy Spirit leaves this earth. And I just urge you that if you're not a Christian, now is the time. Don't try to kick this can down the road and wait until later, because you don't know how much time we have. And like I said, I know this is not a lighthearted video, but I do feel the need to share this because I want as many people to go with me to heaven as possible, and I don't want you to end up being like that person that got stuck during the tribulation, because I believe that these things were going on during the time of the tribulation. And if you happen to be stuck here during the tribulation, the only way you're going to get out of it is by listening to the voice of God, and I believe that is what he was trying to tell me. So I do believe in a pre-tribulation rapture. And if you don't believe in a pre-tribulation rapture, pray about it and ask the Lord to confirm it to you if it's real. Don't just take my word on it. But I believe we're going home very soon, and I'm trying to get as many people to wake up and not be lulled to sleep, because I know there's so many things going on. It's so rapid fire that we've kind of gotten into a state where we're like, okay, again, you know, it's just another day. But things are happening. Things are happening that are leading up to this, and I'm honestly surprised that the Lord has given us mercy another day. And I pray to the Lord, and I don't want the Lord to be mad with me, but I keep asking him to give my people more time, to give my family and my friends more time to get saved and hopefully turn their life to him, because I don't want them to be left here. And maybe that's a little selfish of me, because it's holding other Christians back. And I know, like, we're all sick of this world, right? And there's so much spiritual warfare. Oh, and I wanted to say this, and I've been debating on saying this for a while because I know how it sounds, but I've been having this feeling, especially whenever I'm driving down the road, and it's hard to explain. And I know not everybody's going to believe what I'm saying, but maybe if you're a Christian and you're going through this, you could let me know, because maybe you're going through the same thing. But it's like, especially whenever I'm speaking about the Lord, it's almost like my body is trying to go up. And as my body is trying to go up, it's like it gets slammed back down into reality. And at first it scared me a little bit, but now I'm just like, okay, like, this is happening again. And I'm just wondering, like, is this the Lord trying to pull us up? So I want to know, if you're a Christian, are you feeling like that too? Like your body's trying to go home, but you get slammed back down into reality. You know, I think there's a reason for this, because I think we're getting very close to that thin veil, and it's almost time. That's why so many crazy things are happening, and so much, dare I say, demonic things are happening right in front of our eyes, because the veil is thinning. And that's all I got to say, other than just, you know, stay in prayer, stay close to the Lord, don't be deceived in these deceitful times, and look up whenever everything looks bad on this earth. Look up, because oh yeah, there was one thing else. I'm sorry, I forgot to say this, and actually I was listening to my old video last night, and I feel like I really need to say this, because a lot of people have been talking about an explosion happening in the US. And I'm not saying that an explosion is, but if you haven't went back and watched that video, I had a very short dream back in 2020, I believe. And I had a dream that I was at Universal Studios, and there was an explosion that happened. It was a very brief dream, but I was with two people that I know, and I woke up, and I went and told my mom about this. I said in my last video, and she asked, is this a rapture dream? But many people are having dreams that an explosion is going to happen right before the rapture. Now, I'm not confirming this or denying it. I'm just saying that was a dream of mine. And somebody said last night, as I was watching their rapture video, they said that they also had a dream about an explosion in Florida. And I'm not saying that it will happen or it won't happen, but I just want to let you guys know that I have also had a dream like that, and to stay prayed up, especially if you're in Florida. I don't know if there is anything that is going to happen in Florida. Stay prayed up if you're in other places too, because we don't know what's going to happen in this hour. But things are getting scary, and when things get scary, like I said, look up. Just pray for your brothers and sisters in Florida especially, and let's be on the lookout for the Lord to come back. Don't get weary in well doing, and don't get lulled to sleep. I love you guys, and I hope you have a good day.